in this fight. One more round.
Round 6, scheduled for 10. This is Prime Championship Boxing coming to you tonight from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Rich Marotta and Arnie Rosenthal ringside. James Toney, former two-time world champion, won the middleweight championship in 1991 with an 11th round KO of Michael Nunn, right in Nunn's hometown of Davenport, Iowa. Made 6 successful title defenses, and 2 years later defeated Iran Barkley in a spectacular performance to win the super middleweight championship. Made 3 successful defenses before losing the crown to Roy Jones Jr. Willis in his career, 21 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw.
And this isn't the same Willis that fought Cedillo. At least he's not fighting Toney the way that he fought Cedillo. There's no jab left in there whatsoever. He's in survival mode. He's looking for the one lucky punch. James Toney, though, even at 179 pounds, has to feel very good about this performance.
And Toney beginning to actually pot shot him and landing those pot shots. Everything landing this round for James Toney. Very accurate round for the former champion. James trying, almost pinioned his opponent on the ropes. And Willis got out of there, and James threw a big smile down here. James, of course, had that well-publicized spat with his manager, Jackie Callan, after he lost the title. Looked as though the two might split, but they're back together. Callan, of course, here with him tonight.
And Rich, it could be nothing more than James Toney being young at the time, 25. I don't think he'd even turned 26 when he fought Jones. Did he know how to deal with defeat? And anything ever prepared him for that? He took it out on Jackie. They seem to be happy now back together. He didn't blame the Montell Griffin loss on her.
That was about the first punch that Toney has missed in this round. Wild with a right.
I think at this point, yeah, very wild. He feels that he can get away with a little carelessness right now. Throw a right from that far on the outside. The guy he was fighting was a little bit more experienced or not so banged up. Wide open for a left hook.
Right hand over the top by Toney. Willis just has no answer for him.
I'm trying to catch the eye of Willis's corner to see what their intention is right now. There's no reason to really let this go on.
Well, you mentioned a couple of rounds ago when I wondered the same thing, that he has a puncher's chance, but he's not punching.
No, and at this point, he can't breathe. He winks at Toney as Toney goes walking back. I think right now, even Karl Willis knows this is about it.
You're Karl Willis and you realize you're in a situation where the fight is barely more than half over at this point. It's got to be kind of a nightmare for you.
I think he's in a place right now. I know Willis, he's got a lot of heart. He's a very tough kid. I think he won't quit. I think he's hoping his corner quits it for him. He's looking for them to stop it. You take a look at Toney here in 6th round action, Rick. I mean, Karl Willis is moving in on the inside. He's got nothing coming in. You take a look at Toney slip here. Oh, Willis slips.
That's right. Take a deep breath, baby.
Tries to turn his back. Nothing really much happening there.
Round 7. Scheduled for 10 in this big crowd. Let's have a roar here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. 18,165, the official announced attendance.
Hey, if nothing else, at the end of this fight, they're going to have to give Karl Willis a big hand. He's taking the beating of his life.
Quite a left hook there by Toney.
Catches Willis rushing in there with the right as well, Rich. And another warning from Dale Grable to watch the head on Karl Willis. He's already had 1 point taken away for unsportsmanlike conduct. They should give him a few points, though, for hard right now. He can quit at any time and not be ashamed. Take quite a beating here.
Trying to move out of harm's way, but it seems wherever he turns, James Toney front of him.
And the corner of Willis still screaming at him to jab, jab, jab. And I think that nose is broken. You take a look. That's not the shape of Willis's nose when he came in this evening.
Now punch on the other side. Come on, James.
Although at least for the moment, one of the few times in the fight, really, it's not bleeding profusely. Now the blood begins to trickle a little bit out of it. Momentary rally by Willis, who grabs Toney and smacks him on the behind 3 times.
You know, these guys were sparring partners. There was a lot of bad blood and bad talk, as there always is coming into a fight. But you got to admit, if nothing else, right now, Willis has a tremendous amount of respect for Toney. And Toney, I believe, in his own way, is wondering what's keeping Willis up and has developed an enormous amount of respect for Karl Willis.
Rally here by Toney. Willis is just outclassed by the former 2-time champion. Good right hand by Toney. He's landing all of the punches, but he has yet to score a knockdown in this fight. Good body shots and a big flurry of punches by Toney. Half a minute to go in round 7. What about Toney's punching power at this weight, Ernie?
You know, first of all, I just want a blanket statement. When fighters move up in weight, sometimes that's a euphemism for don't like to train, let me keep moving up. And we've seen Toney go from 60 to 68 to 75. And I just don't think so far he hasn't shown the punching power at 175 pounds that he had at the lighter weights.
We'll be back with that round 8 in a moment. Bell for round 8. Karl Willis a little slow getting off the stool. Wondered how much he wanted to get off the stool, really, to come out for this round. He has 3 rounds to go to try to go the distance with James Lights Out Toney, who is apparently pitching a shutout so far.
Oh, he's pitching a shutout. He's pitching a no-hitter.
Good left hand by Toney. That one hurt Willis. That left hook hurt Willis.
And I can't applaud Willis's corner for letting him go out there.
That one really puffed up his eye as well. Take a look at the right eye of Willis now, puffing. His nose perhaps broken, has been bleeding the whole fight. That left hook really hurt Willis. Now he gets back on his horse again. Good left hook to the body by Toney, who is simply doing his job in there. Continues to pour it on. Another left hook to the body.
Yeah, Toney also, right now, it would be a good time to take a look at who the 3 light heavyweight champions are. Virgil Hill, Mike McCallum, and Henry Maska. And you've got to say right now, you could be looking at the rubber match between Toney and McCallum at 175 pounds. It'd be an interesting fight.
Well, they fought twice. Oh, boy, Willis is in trouble. A draw and a decision victory for Toney. Willis is in real trouble this round. He looks like he's ready to go to me. Just taking the beating. Left hook by Toney, who's unmerciful. And his corner just sitting there. Maybe Dale Grable will step in and stop the bout at this point.
He's going to have a doctor take a look, Rich. And a good call. I'm looking over at Willis's corner. They should know better. He's got veteran Rick Connie in his corner.
We are splattered ourselves here at ringside with the blood of Karl Willis, who's just taking a pummeling in there. And
it's over. Doctor stopped it, Rich.
Well, these 2 guys are going back to fighting. No, Dale Grable says, no, the fight is over. Well, Dale better make a signal and let everybody know that. Point to the winner, please, and let him know that he's the winner. And let this youngster know he's the loser. Dale Grable. Now we'll walk over to James Toney and raise his hand, I believe. That's it. Fight is over. Karl Willis wanted to fight more, and the doctor said it was enough, but I think everybody here could see that. And James Toney is back in the winner's circle once again. Very strong performance, I thought, by Toney.
You know, Rich, it's a time like this, though, you take a look, you were mentioning, would he fight Mike McCallum now at 175 pounds? It's important to point point out that they didn't fight at 168. Both of their fights took place at 160 pounds. So both of them will have bypassed fighting each other at 68 and wind up fighting at 175 pounds.
All right, let's take a look at the end of the fight now. When James Toney